Hi, superhumans. Alyssa Prettyman here with another self-massage video. So excited. Today we're going to roll the outside seam of the legs. So we're going to do an area of the calf called the Peroneus or the fibularis muscle, fibularis, depending on how fancy you want to sound. And then we're going to do a zone of the IT band, so the side seam of the upper leg too. It's a great sequence for runners or anyone with kind of tight leg, knee issues. If you do a lot of repetitive motion with the legs as your form of exercise, right? So hikers, or even, you know, gardeners, um, people who have a leg heavy diet of movement. So the first thing that we're gonna do here is we're going to roll the outside seam of the calf. And I like to do this with a slightly larger ball because it requires less of my hip. Um, because a smaller ball will require a little bit more hip mobility. So I've got the pinky toe side of my foot on the floor, and I'm sitting in a position that if you're a yoga person might look like deer. The whole point is that that other leg is in a comfortable position. So sometimes I'll kick it out, sometimes I'll swing it behind me. However you want to position the other leg is up to you. The leg that you're working on, the knee is bent. I'm going to take my foot, my hand to the bottom of my foot, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of pressure onto not the knee so much as just kind of this little area of the calf and lower leg. And I'm going to see if I can lean in a little bit so that my foot lifts off the ground and I can start to go up and down the outside seam of the calf. And yes, it feels quite lovely. Now you could do this with a smaller ball as well. Whatever works for your structure, whatever you have around that gets you through this motion is groovy. Groovy, groovy, groovy. Now, I'm going to go up and down anywhere from 5 to 10 times here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another ball of equal or greater or lesser size, but I'm going to grab another firm ball and I'm going to make a little calf kebab. So if the bottom ball is right here, I know it can be kind of hard to see. I have the outside on the pinky toe side of my calf trapped under the ball. Now I'm going to bring a ball and I'm going to push into the big toe side. And I might even twist a little bit here just to get some nice juicy pressure. I'll lean off, move the ball. Maybe I'll move the ball a little bit farther north here. And then push in again and just twist. So I'm coming at the calf from both sides. I wanted to kind of reduce the effort in my arms. I could figure out a way to lean some body weight down. So that my arms didn't have to work so hard to get that nice driving pressure. And then I could just kind of move the leg and press at all these different points and just kind of sandwich the calf between these two balls. Ooh, lovely. Let's do the other side. I'm going to swing one leg around, swing the other leg back. Get that other leg in a comfortable position. I have the alpha ball, same as like an oversized tennis ball you find in the dog toy aisle. I'm going to put one hand on the bottom of my foot, put the other hand kind of on the top of the shin, bottom of the leg bone. And that just acts as a stabilizer here. And then I'm going to strum and drag that ball up and down the outside seam of the calf. And if it, gets in a position that's straining my hip, I might just manually adjust, bring the ball a little closer to being a little farther away. Most of what I'm using for the pressure here is just a little bit of weight from the upper half of my body. I'm leaning into it and letting the ball slide up and down. And so we do this 5 to 10 times. Feels pretty good. And then we're going to make a calf kebab. So why don't I start a little bit higher up? Take another ball, put it on the opposite side of the calf so I could run a shish kebab right through it, and then lean on it. Ooh, yeah. Perhaps I twist a little bit. Perhaps steady pressure is all I need. I'm checking in with my breathing. I'm holding anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds or so. You know, as we push in and self-massage and feel inward, we're going to get a whole host of different sensations. Moving down closer to the ankle now. And it's kind of our job to explore different ways of moving with the sensations to try to excavate super sticky spots and create freedom. And so just kind of a little pushing and releasing, sliding that leg up and down. Oh, so lovely. Oh my gosh, this side feels really good. What side feels good for you today? Okay, quick roll of the IT band. So we're going to take the balls and we're going to stack them on the outside seam of the leg. And so you can see that they're vertically stacked. They're kind of high. And I'm going to bend my knees here and just lean in, putting some pressure on and pressure off. Pressure on and pressure off. And as I lean forward, I'm kind of pushing at this meaty muscle of the quads, this leg muscle zone, and kind of shifting it forward over the balls, like I'm trying to cover them. And then I might move them down a little bit and do the same thing, kind of push and shift and come on back. And it's a really nice warm up for the IT band. A lot of times you see people with a foam roller just kind of plowing up and down. Not always the most effective technique for this zone. Another one that we can do here is perhaps get the upper body out of the way, right? We could come down here or up here, but kick that bottom leg out, put the top foot behind you, and start to swing that leg forward and back. If I really wanted more weight in this, sure, I could put both hands down, stack the legs, oh, and drag like that. IT band, like many of the zones of the legs, it's a long zone, right? So I could move them a little farther north, a little farther south. I could do one leg or both legs. Grammar, proper English is subjective when you're doing deep self-massage on yourself. I'm just happy I'm not drooling by the end of it. Okay. Let's check out the other side for this one. So these are two different techniques. One, we're going to sit kind of side saddle. And we're just going to warm it up like we're kneading dough. I'm kneading the dough of my quads, my lovely doughy quads, over the massage tools of the stacked tune-up therapy balls. I'm going to move them down a little bit. And rock on and rock off. Just kind of feeling around. You could do this at a few different heights, a little closer to the knee. Good. And then to start to swing the leg, we could come down and take that bottom leg, kick it out, and draw it back. Remember, if you want more pressure, you can try stacking your legs here. Oh, that's quite lovely, especially if you slow way down. I tend to show it a little bit faster than I would do it on my own because I want you to see the motion. But please, please, with any and all of my videos, feel empowered to slow way down. That's almost too much for me there with both legs. Side to side, kicking and pulling. Ooh. And there you go, friends. That has taken you from the Peroneus muscle or the fibularis muscle all the way up to your IT band. A nice way to liberate the pinky toe side of both of your legs. Hope you had a good time. Rock and roll. I'll see you soon.